some advice that I think is valuable for everyone. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get into it. What's some life advice you would give to a younger version of yourself or a young aspiring entrepreneur?
Well, that's big and bold, and there is no secret for one thing, and that's hard work. You can't wish and wish and wish to do this and that and be the smartest guy in the room. And you're gonna have to get off your ass and figure out, how do I actually get the rubber to the road? What am I good at? Maybe you don't know yet. You'll learn that. There's a lot of people here in Little Leaper's Fork if you want to show them all off. Kind of distracting, but no, for the most part, enjoy life. Don't be too hard on yourself, but be hard enough on yourself to get off your butt and have some ambition.
Have some purpose in your life.
And take pride in what you do. Help other people out when they need it. You don't have to help yourself out. You're going to have good times and you're going to have bad, and you're going to need friends. I would definitely recommend taking time out, which I wish I'd even done more. I think I did a pretty good job, but doing more would be even better. Did you see that?
Nice Ferrari,
A little Ferrari.
488. So yeah, what were some of the biggest decisions you made in your life? A lot of people say your spouse.
I was going to say the spouse before you said that. That would probably be number one, actually. If I didn't have a spouse that was conducive to each other, because it is a give and take relationship, and if you think it's not, you're going to have a miserable marriage. You're either going to be divorced, or it's just not going to be as fun and fulfilling as it should be. I've been married 37 years. That even boggles my mind. But with a spouse and a partner in life, which always takes work, that's ground number one. Your faith and your belief is, right there with, how do I strengthen that? Where am I challenged? We all have our woulda, coulda, shoulda, should have done more of that, go to church more, study more, philanthropy more. There's time for that, but don't be selfish. There's a lot of that's just common stuff you hear every day. Bottom line, depending on the individual, not everybody likes to have nice materialistic things. I do, but I don't flaunt it, and I don't think I'm excessive. But everybody's different in that regard. Somebody would look at me in this and say, what a prick. That is what it is. As long as I can live with myself and do the things for others and live the life that I think is right for me, then I'm good. Next.
Have you ever been screwed over in business? And if so, what lessons did you take from it?
I had never been screwed over in business for most of my life. Big screw over. You don't get into big screw overs unless you start buying companies, real estate, partners. And I didn't have any of that. I worked for corporate for many years, which was a great gig as well. Once I did get into the entrepreneurship and own my own company, that's when you have to be really careful. You have to be really smart. It was my first real endeavor into a company. Not to get into all the details, but I started with basically nothing and turned it into a multi-million-dollar logistics and delivery company in just a few years. On the 7th year, I had an opportunity to merge with another partner and get into real estate and own a bunch of, own a part of Americana, which over a 60,000 square foot warehouse on 7 acres of land right in a city limit area that's worth a lot. But in doing so, you got to be not just, you can get lost of what got you there, and your partner, and you will never, ever, ever, always see eye to eye, no matter what everybody says, anybody says. So I'd be very, very careful anytime you're getting into a merger or an acquisition that you've got somebody on your side, professional, that is helping you through the process.
That's great advice. When did you decide to move to Nashville? And are you happy with that decision? What made you stay here so long?
Best decision I ever made. From Paducah, Kentucky, 2 hours, 15 minutes up 24. When I was 21 years old, 22 years old, somewhere in there, I had a college buddy that was, we ended up at a party and he was living in Nashville, and he said, Tommy, you need to come to Nashville and get in sales with me. And I said, I don't know I've never sold anything in my life. Sorry about that. Prior to that, I was looking at 3 major cities from that little Paducah, Kentucky. I knew I wanted out of Paducah. It just didn't have enough to offer, even though it's a wonderful little town. I was going to be going to St. Louis. It was going to be going to Louisville. Okay. Or I was going to go to Nashville. I chose Nashville, and not once has I ever thought there's another option. So we did. I
think a lot of people are thinking the same now, as you can see.
Yeah, we're growing like you wouldn't believe. But that was my choice. A lot of people are happy in other cities, but this is it for me. I wouldn't mind having, everybody wants beachfront or something like that. I'll just go visit when I go to the beaches, because I don't want to live in that kind of heat all year long.
So about a year and a half ago,
About 2 now.
2 years ago,
Hard to believe.
got diagnosed with cancer. Talk to us a little bit about what that journey is like and kind of how it changed your mindset about things and life.
It'll change everything. And many people before me have had cancer, and you don't relate to it the same way until you actually are in the midst of it. And I'm not going to get down and dumpy on it, but I'm still fighting for my life as we speak. Don't know where that's going to take us, but it's in God's hands. And today, I'm sitting here with my son driving a Porsche 911 on the most beautiful day there is.
What a blessing.
One day at a time, but going back, I have been through. And when I say I have been, what you need to realize, anybody that is in your life that loves you, like my family, my children, they're going through it with you every step of the way. I've been in multiple hospitals, multiple surgeries. We're trying everything. A little bit of alternative, maybe need to do more of that. But I feel good today.
Taking it a day at a time.
I'm not able to walk at full capacity. I need my son to hold on to me when I walk. That's a weird situation to be in when you've been completely mobile your whole life, and then you are driving a car and you're ready to step out and go pump gas and you can't even go do it. But that's not to be crying. It's just cancer is a very horrific thing. I would say that if there's anything that you can do for anybody that has cancer, the support from people that the outpouring of the Christianity and the support, a lot due to my wife, because I'm not doing social media and all of that with it. She's keeping our closest friends and family up to date on things. So that has just been a blessing and a strength source that I can't even acknowledge.
A lot of people that have family members or friends with cancer don't really know what to do to help people. Being in your shoes, what has been the best things for people to do to reach out to you and be there for you?
I've got, some friends. It's one thing for a friend to call you up, say, just checking on you. Call you in another week, just checking on you. But when they get some of our other close friends and coordinating through your spouse, is Tommy up for visitors to come out and see him, and then actually come out, have a little food, have a little socialization, and really take that. They're taking time and commitment on their own part just to be with you. It lets you know that that relationship was maybe a little more special than, we take everything for granted in life. And relationships is another one. You really see who is at a different part in their life from a caring heart standpoint, or with your relationship. And I've just had a great time with connecting with so many different segments of people in groups from different timelines in my life, whether it be from my growing up in Paducah, Kentucky, which we've gotten with many of them, which has been amazing. Some I haven't seen for 40 years. Then I've got my work plans that has just been amazing. And then you've got your new friends that you've made throughout that you go to dinner with and socialize and do side-by-side riding and all of that, and it's just amazing. So I would say outpour as much as you can. Don't drown somebody. When they're really sick, but go through a spouse or a friend who's closer than you might be to really know how are they doing, and don't let them push you away if they really do want a hug from you. But we're keeping the fight going, everybody. Thoughts and prayers, baby. Thoughts and prayers.
Yes. Keep fighting. Anybody out there, life is worth living. There's so many beautiful things to experience, loved ones to spend time with, even if you don't feel like it at the moment.
You don't want to have regrets, and that goes back to our earlier conversations about living life. You want to be able to talk to God, whatever your belief is, and know, hey, it's not in my hands. None of this is in my hands. But I'm going to enjoy it to the bitter end, and who knows? The next step is going to be better, right?
Yes. This was my drive to school every single morning growing up, and I took it for granted. It's freaking amazing out here. We got the river, grew up kayaking on. Me and my friends.
82 degrees. The most beautiful.
Sorry if this video is too windy or shaky. First time ever filming. But there's a lot of lessons to be had. I would say take advantage of the time you have with your loved ones, whatever bond you have with your mother or father, go do that with them. And if you don't have a mother or father, find something that brings you closer to them and remembrance of them. It can help a lot.
That's right. And I'm going to say through this whole process, and I needed to say this sooner, the individual recording this, my youngest son Jordan Grubbs and my oldest son Spencer Grubbs, and I'm biased, but they are the best children that I could have ever dreamed of, not even dreamed of, but that I have today. And I know what great men they are, and that's another relief of where I go. I still have these great men representing the Grubbs name, and I know I'm never going to be ashamed of that.
What's some good parenting advice? How did you make some good studs like us?
Be consistent with your messaging. I'm not going to get deep. I mean, everybody's parenting style. We never beat the crap out of you kids and all of that. We went to ball. We were present. I would say be a present parent. Definitely, if you can. Some jobs require you to do things, but I would be very careful how far that pulls you away from that bond. Create the bond, build the bond, and as they grow, and let them skin their knees. If you're there to catch them every dead gum time, not going to have what you want. So
We definitely had a lot of freedom growing up, and
'cause I
there
can
was
trust you.
some abuse of it, through high school or whatever, but we always were grounded in a solid faith and a solid family that loved us, and I think that's what kind of kept the trajectory of our life going in the right direction, even when we seemed off the path.
Yeah. And trust me, kids go through, puberty and everything else. I mean, they're changing. They don't know who they are. They look in the mirror one day, and then the next day they got a whisker. I mean, they go, what? It's a weird time. So you just got to be, as a parent, understanding what they're kind of seeing through their eyes. And try to remember when you were a child.
Are there any regrets in life?
Well, you know what? I'm going to have to say no. I am absolutely, look where we are. To live on a golf course. I mean, do I wish I played more golf? Yeah. Do I wish I did? Yeah, those kind of things. But big regrets? No way. I'm living the dream that I don't deserve.
From Paducah to Kentucky, traveled around the world, scaled a business,
Traveled around
created
the
a
world.
strong family. It's kind of everybody's dream.
And I wish it for everybody. I really do.
It's worth working for, is what you're saying.
If that's your thing may be, I want freedom. I don't want any of that. I don't want corporate. I don't want people. Go for it. Go do what you want to do. What makes you happy.
Well, we'll probably start making some more of these videos because there is so much knowledge to be sifted through. So many conversations to be had, and I think this actually allowed us to open up a little bit better.
Driving a Porsche will do that to you, won't it?
Porsche Passion,
Thank you guys
Magnus
for
Walker.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
An hour and 18-minute drive. Made it back home.
One of the most profound hour and 18-minute drives I've ever had in my life, I'm going to say.
It's nice getting it all out there, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm going to need